Good morning from Bobblehead Homestead. I'm Jeff. Today is Sunday. It is probably 40s, cloudy, breezy, not as windy. I'm hoping to keep this camera out of the wind today. Usually I'm good about that. Once in a while it just slips my mind though. Today, first up is I gotta move all of those boards behind me for a future you know, coop or maybe even a greenhouse. I don't know. Yeah, and that's one of my pet peeves, is moving stuff twice. I had to get it out of the truck so that I could go to Greenwood yesterday, and yeah, and now I have to get it out of the way because that's where the truck will go to get the trees out. So that'll be first up, and I'm not going to film it. Lots more updates on the Dirksen shed that I looked at yesterday, so I'll be talking about that later. And okay, time to work. Alright, half done and I need a break. And this is why I'm not building it myself. My hands are already shaking. So yeah, time for a break. Yeah, there's no, I mean, it would take forever. It would just take forever. And well, I'll talk about that later. Oh man, heavy lifting. I'm gonna have to get that toolbox out of the way, but that can wait. Yeah. What's next? Alright, let's talk about the shed. And if you're one of those that hate sheds, well, you can just skip ahead now. I'm going to talk about it for a while. That is the area where I'm thinking I'm going to put it. Those two trees, they got to go. They are sweet gum trees, so yeah, those little ball things are annoying. Yeah, I don't want to cut down way too many trees, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. It is 14 by 32, so it would probably start about where that metal storage bin is, and then it would go back to that white building back there. That is the well, and I would, you know, I'd like to redo the housing over the well and build, you know, basically a little shed over the well, and then I can put the water heater in there also, and probably a water filter. So I do have a water well, and the water's not bad. There's just a lot of sediment in it, and so I'll just need to get a sediment water filter. Those aren't too bad. I haven't went ahead and bought one because I didn't know, you know, with my living situation going forward. But anyway, that would be the idea, to have the well either in back of and off to the side of the tiny cabin, and put a new housing over it with the water heater and a filter system. Let's see. So yeah, that's the idea, but I got to get those two trees moved, and then I think Bulldozer Man has offered to, well, probably use the bulldozer to bulldoze the stumps out and to level that area there. So a lot to do before that cabin could arrive. Oh yeah, well yeah, and now I need to share a lot more. I learned a lot more about it last night, so let's talk about that. Alright, hopefully the wind is calm enough today. It's still probably high 40s. This is a pretty typical winter day here, in the 40s during the day and then low 30s at night. Bob is... oh, Bob's in a mood. Alright, what did I learn about? When I went yesterday, there was no one at the lot, so I wasn't able to talk to anybody. I did talk, I sent messages back and forth to someone before I went to look at it yesterday. And so, yeah, there was no one at the lot, but I was able to contact them last night and ask a bunch of questions and get more info and all that stuff. So here's the scoop, in addition to what I told you. It's a 14 by 32. Built by Dirksen. They're, you know, they've got a decent reputation. It's got a 4-foot front porch on it. So the interior is 14 by 28, like 13 by 27 when you figure in the walls. Let's see, it is around 6 months old. It was a repo. And all of the original warranties and guarantees still apply. So that is, and I got a Dirksen brochure which lists all of those. Let's see. Boy, I could just talk about this all day long. Oh, the price! The price! I made an offer and they liked it. So I just have to, the banks are closed Monday. So I'm going to go back over there on Tuesday, and if everything happens cool, then I will, yeah, I'll be the owner of a tiny cabin shell on Tuesday. The price includes delivery and setup, and it was $5,500. And if you've ever shopped for these things, well, at least in my area, every area of the country is going to have different pricing, but that was a very good deal for what I've been seeing in that price range. You know, I had priced out a brand new one, 12 foot by 24 foot, and that would have been well over $5,000 for that one. And that would have been locally built. So yeah, it's really hard to beat the price. I even priced out all the supplies to build my own or have somebody else build it, and I was I was getting close to $4,000 just to buy all of the supplies in this area with the resources that I have to build a new one. So this deal is just you know, long-term great. I think it's better, you know, I mentioned that trailer that I went to see the other day. Well, one of my hang-ups on that is still, you know, a tiny sink, tiny kitchen, tiny refrigerator, and I want a real kitchen, and I can have that in this. Putting that money into the mobile home, well, first of all, I'd have to tear down the mobile home, so that's a ton more work. And then putting all this to rebuild it, you know, it probably would have cost more. It would have taken a lot more time. And, you know, you know, if I tore that down, just hauling one dumpster full out of here is over $800. So you got to add that to the cost, probably 2 dumpsters. You know, there you're looking at $1,600, $1,700 just to get rid of the junk, debris, construction debris from the mobile home. So that's why I didn't, you know, I'd thought about that route. I mean, it makes sense. I've already got that structure. Why can't I go for it? But it's just, that thing is too far gone. So yeah, it's going to be, yeah, and it's not done inside. If it were move-in ready and already completed, it'd be, you know, $20,000 and I couldn't afford it. So this is how people save money on their housing and stay out of debt. They do the interior themselves, you know, and people that are younger and more capable, or older and more capable, or whatever, you know, they build the shells themselves and save even more money. But I think even for me to try to build it, the materials would have cost almost as much as what I'm paying for this, and it's less than, or right around 6 months old with all of the guarantees and warranties, and so yeah, I just think this is a great deal, and this is going to be the tiny cabin that YouTube built. Thank you to the very magnanimous person that helped to make this happen for me, and thank you to YouTube, and thank you to everybody All right, what else can I tell you about it? Yeah, it's already painted. There is, I think it's a 2-year guarantee of no chipping or cracking in the paint on the exterior. So that's cool. The floor is, I wasn't sure what it was, but it is a type of OSB, a composite board. But I think it is specially designed to handle, you know, humidity and moisture. And they mentioned that. In fact, there was a separate brochure on the flooring. So I'm hoping, and that's guaranteed for, I think the flooring is guaranteed for 10 years. So that's good. It's not regular plywood, and it's not like the OSB that is in that mobile home. That stuff, you get it wet and, you know, tough luck. It starts warping, and then if you get it wet again, it starts, you know, just rotting out, and you get holes in the floor. Like I've got, you know, holes in the floor all over that mobile home. So it is a better product than what they use in mobile homes. What else can I tell you? Yeah, I'm not going to be moving into it right away. There's a lot of work to be done. You know, when do I see myself moving in? I don't know, maybe next spring, but yeah, first I got to run all the electrical wiring and plumbing, and then do the insulation, and yeah, so it's going to be a while. There'll be plenty of room for a bathroom and a shower, and probably a washing machine, maybe even a dryer. There's a washing machine and a dryer I've got already in the mobile home. But the electricity doesn't work there, so I don't know if those work, but they very well might still work. So I've already got a washing machine and a dryer, although, you know, the dryer is not, well, probably in the winter it would be necessary. But definitely having the washing machine in there, and I can dry my clothes outside. Yeah, I can put up a wall and have a, you know, almost a normal sized bathroom, and there's even enough room for a tiny sink in the bathroom. Imagine that. The rest of it, I wouldn't do a bedroom. I'd just have it be a studio, like my studio apartment in Chicago. And you know, I've been in a bunch of studio apartments that's what they call them, studio apartments. You just got a wall in the bathroom, and that's it. But it will be plenty of room for me to live in, you know, completely. So yeah, what else can I tell you about it? I guess that's going to be it. I'm going to be talking about it way too much coming up here. But yeah, finishing the inside. And my relative is, you know, he's in his upper 80s, so he's not going to be doing the work. But he's almost excited as I am to help me with finishing out the interior of that. And so I will have some expert advice when it comes to, you know, like the electricity and the insulation and proper venting, proper moisture barriers, stuff like that. Pretty much everything but the plumbing. And now I can keep my eyes open on deals for all that stuff. And you know, what am I going to use for the walls? And you know, I've seen people use this old metal roofing as the ceiling in their tiny homes. So that I might have, you know, several free resources already to help finish that out. And so that'll be a process. I can work on that here and there over the winter. I'm really not in a hurry. I'm comfortable enough. Let's see. Septic can wait. You know, I've been living here without septic just fine for the past year. Septic would not improve my life very much. You know, one flush a day, that really doesn't improve my life very much. Having a shower and a kitchen with a real stove, that improves my life tremendously on a daily basis. I could even put a dishwasher in there, and that improves in my opinion, that improves my life anymore. So the septic system can wait until you know, until I'm ready for it, and I can use my current system in the tiny house, and then add a regular flush commode at a later time. Oh, what else can I talk about? Yep, I'm much happier with this rather than a travel trailer or trying to fix up the mobile home. And it's yeah, it's practically brand new, and so I'm just very grateful. So thank you very much. That might be it for today. I I need to do lunch and a nap, and I need to take it a little bit easy today, I think, because I'm going to have lots of work coming up, and it's supposed to warm up, not for a few days, but it'll be back up in the high 50s, even 60 again here within the next couple weeks. So I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm going to rest up today. Take her easy, everybody, and thank you so much for everything. Okay, Grumpy. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I opened the door for you to go outside, and then I opened the door from my room and let you choose, and you chose to come in my room, hop on the bed, and then sleep all morning long. Yes, you did. You're an Indiana cat. This isn't cold for you. What's up, dude? Oh.